This is the new one.
And it's fighting a war on two particularly tricky fronts. First up, it's got to be rugged and tough enough to make sure that those doctors can still get to refugee camps on time. And secondly, it's got to be a leather-lined luxury vehicle that can command a £56,000 price tag. Think of it like, I don't know, like wearing a diamond ring underneath a boxing glove.
Outside, it doesn't look very different compared to the old Landcruiser. But then, Kofi Annan never bought one based on looks. It's a bit chromier, and there's now a softer front bumper, which is there to lessen the blow if you accidentally collide with a child on the way to peacekeeping duties. And the pluses don't stop there.
The engine is new. It's a 4.5 litre V8 twin-turbo diesel, and it feels pretty damn brawny. It works really well with this 6-speed automatic transmission. Mind you, 650 newton metres and 286 brake horsepower might well do that for you. It means that the Landcruiser gets from 0 to 62 in 8.2 seconds and runs on to about 130 miles an hour. I know that's lots of numbers, so I'll break it down for you. This is lighter and quicker than the equivalent Range Rover, which is pretty useful to know when you're choosing a car to drive through a minefield. I need to talk to you about handling. There's a big feeling of scale and mass, but not poise or control, or pretty much stability. I feel like I'm in one of those hamster balls that's just been kicked down the stairs. It's a bit all over the place. Look, watch this. Go up to this corner, turn in, and we just lean over. Oh, crikey. I know it's not supposed to outsprint a Lotus Elise, but I'd rather not go round a corner, write a letter to the front wheels, and then be put on a waiting list before they do anything.
It does, however, feel utterly impregnable. Every panel feels like it could outlive a cockroach in a nuclear blast.
See? It doesn't even care. I'm not sure it's even noticed, actually. No, not a thing. Thing is, the UN like to keep these for at least 5 years, but I reckon you could get a Landcruiser, give it a bit of a wash, sell it as nearly new.
Inside there are 7 seats, and with a bit of a shuffle, watch this, you can actually get an adult in the back. I'm not quite so keen on the tasteful wood, harvested from special Japanese trees though, and it doesn't wrap around you like the ultra-cool womb of a Range Rover, but there's a very good reason for that.
It is, at its core, a car designed for the world's harshest conditions. That's why you've got things like these buttons on the steering wheel that are designed to be used with gloves on. It's got knee pads down here to protect you when you're banging around off-road. Even the seats don't hug your shoulders too much so that you can get busy with the steering. This is a car designed for adventure.
You're never really worried about banging into things when you're driving off-road because basically, you know, that chassis is made of girders. There's also some very clever stuff going on underneath. Computers monitor whether you're on mud or dirt or sand and adjust the ABS accordingly, so it always keeps traction. There's also adaptive variable suspension, which basically tries to keep the wheels and tyres in contact with the earth as much as possible. It's all there to keep you moving. This car is not one that wants you to get stuck.
As a car for use on the road, I'm afraid the Range Rover driving experience is much better. But if the UN are after another load of leather-lined tanks, I can think of nothing better than a Landcruiser V8.